I walked 10,000 steps every day for 30 days. Here's what happened. What if I told you that one simple habit, something almost everyone can do, could transform your energy, improve your mood, sharpen your mind, and even change the way you see yourself? No expensive gym membership, no complicated workout routine, just one commitment: walking 10,000 steps every single day for 30 days. At first, it sounded too simple to make a real difference. I expected sore feet and maybe a few burned calories. But what happened over the next month surprised me in ways I never imagined. The changes weren't just physical, they affected my mindset, my productivity, and even my confidence. Let's walk through the journey together. Week 1. The hardest part was starting. The first few days were exciting. I was motivated, checking my step counter every hour, looking for excuses to move. But reality quickly hit. 10,000 steps sound easy until you realize it's roughly 5 miles or about 8 kilometers depending on your stride. For someone with a desk job or a busy schedule, reaching that number isn't automatic. By the third day, my legs felt heavier than expected. My feet were sore, and I constantly looked at my smartwatch wondering how I still had thousands of steps left before bedtime. The biggest lesson during the first week wasn't about fitness. It was about consistency. Instead of trying to finish all 10,000 steps in one walk, I broke them into smaller sessions. A morning walk, walking during lunch, parking farther away, taking the stairs, evening walks after dinner. Little by little, those small choices added up. And something unexpected happened. Walking slowly became less like a chore and more like part of my daily routine. Week 2. My energy started changing. Around day 10, I noticed something surprising. I wasn't waking up feeling exhausted anymore. Instead of relying on another cup of coffee every afternoon, I felt naturally energized. Why? Walking increases blood circulation, allowing more oxygen and nutrients to reach your muscles and brain. That improved circulation helps reduce fatigue while supporting better mental focus throughout the day. Simple movement was doing what extra caffeine couldn't. I also noticed my posture improving. Because I spent more time walking upright instead of sitting for hours, my shoulders naturally pulled back and my back felt less stiff. The aches that had become normal from sitting all day slowly disappeared. Week 3. The mental benefits were bigger than the physical ones. This was the week everything changed. Before the challenge, stress often followed me everywhere. Emails, deadlines, notifications. My mind never truly rested. But during my daily walks, something interesting happened. Without constant distractions, my thoughts became clearer. Problems that seemed overwhelming suddenly felt manageable. Many of my best ideas appeared while simply walking through the neighborhood. Researchers often describe walking as a moving meditation. Unlike intense exercise that demands all your attention, walking allows your brain to wander creatively while lowering stress hormones like cortisol. It became my favorite part of every day, not because I had to walk, because I wanted to. Week 4. The physical changes became visible. By the final week, friends started asking if I had been working out. The funny part? Walking was the only major change. My clothes fit slightly better, my waist looked leaner, my legs felt stronger. Even climbing stairs became noticeably easier. Although walking isn't the fastest way to lose weight, doing it consistently increases daily calorie expenditure while improving cardiovascular health. Combined with healthy eating, the results become even more noticeable. But perhaps the greatest physical improvement wasn't what I saw in the mirror. It was how capable my body felt. Simple everyday tasks required less effort. Long walks no longer seemed tiring. Movement became enjoyable instead of exhausting. The hidden benefit nobody talks about. Here's something I didn't expect. Walking changed the way I viewed discipline. Every single day presented excuses. It was raining, I was busy, I felt tired. I wanted to skip just once. But every time I chose to finish those steps anyway, I quietly built trust in myself. That confidence spilled into other parts of life. Working became easier. Healthy eating became easier. Even difficult projects felt more manageable because I'd already proven I could stay consistent. The challenge wasn't really about walking. It was about becoming someone who keeps promises to themselves. Was it worth it? Absolutely. Did walking 10,000 steps magically solve every health problem? Of course not. But after 30 days, I experienced more daily energy, better sleep quality, improved mood, lower stress levels, greater mental clarity, stronger endurance, a leaner appearance, and increased self-discipline. Perhaps the biggest surprise was realizing that extraordinary results often come from ordinary habits repeated consistently. You don't need perfect genetics, you don't need expensive equipment, you don't need to spend hours inside a gym. Sometimes the simplest habit becomes the one that changes everything. So, here's my challenge for you. Could you commit to walking 10,000 steps every day for the next 30 days? You may be surprised that the biggest change won't be your body. It might be your life. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Share this video with someone who needs a little motivation today, and let me know in the comments, how many steps do you walk each day? Your journey could inspire someone else to take their very first step.